Tonight, residents in a West Hollywood neighborhood are angry. They say they've had enough of the chaos created by a social media star known for his crazy antics.
The neighbors hate me, but I'm still gonna flip and send it.
So at this point in time, most of you guys know who Jake Paul is. And if you know who Jake Paul is, you might know who his wife is. And yes, I said wife.
Neighbors hate me, but I'm still gonna flip and send it.
When you get married with someone you do business with and is contracted to you. That was the wrong sound effect for this. So you know the breakup drama that happened between Jake Paul and Alyssa Violet about a little bit more than a month ago? Yeah, you can consider Jake Paul one of those people that moves on very quickly. Well, I guess the both of them kind of did, but at least Alyssa didn't get married. Because honestly, after going through a breakup only 1 month ago, I feel like getting into a relationship this quickly is a little bit too fast. But not only a relationship, they got engaged, then married in the span of this month, which has to ring a few bells, you know. So you're probably thinking this has to be fake. Well, let's break this down. So I'm backing this off of what Alyssa said about contracts going into the Team 10 house and stuff like that. But apparently Erika signed a contract with Jake Paul, giving Jake Paul 20% of all of her income that has anything to do with social media for the next 5 years. So wouldn't it benefit Jake a lot to marry her, coincidentally, right as she created a YouTube channel to really blow that fucking channel up and kickstart this whole Jerica thing? I'll get back to that video in some other video. But it was the perfect way to launch their secretary into the YouTube and social media game, for then Jake to rake in 20% of all of her profits. I mean, hello? And it's not just 20% of the profits while she's in Team 10, it's 20% of the profits for the next 5 fucking years. And Erika's been dabbling into music, so I mean, if she signs a massive record contract, Jake is gonna take 20% of that, I think. So the man that everyone hates has really secured himself an extremely solid income for the next 5 years at least. You know, taking 20% of every single Team 10 member for 5 years. That's a lot of dinero. Because if you think about it, just this month off of AdSense, Erika has already pulled in about 30 grand. And knowing some of these bigger YouTubers, the 30 grand or AdSense on YouTube is just a little tiny fraction of what their total income is. But I also feel like Alyssa Violet has a large play into this. Because isn't the best possible way to kick off even more drama is marrying the best friend of the ex-girlfriend? So I personally think the entire marriage is a contracted arrangement, which isn't really marriage, and I think it's fake. And the reason I think it's fake is because of the consequences of a proper divorce. After doing some researches on divorces, I found that in family court, this line is a massive kicker. Assets earned during a marriage belong to both parties equally. Ouch. See, this is where it gets interesting if it's actually a real marriage, because Erika Costell has already been called out for being a snake. So listen here. The truth is, the courts really don't care at all. Their decisions are biased to the mother. You can't even raise assets until the matters are settled. The family court system is honestly not about justice or equity, it's about money. And liars, narcissists, and abusers tend to do very well in the courts because of the type of people who generate profit for courts. Without them, family court would largely be unnecessary. Ooh. So after reading this, that's making me think, if this marriage isn't fake, Erika's gonna do very well in court. So for Jake Paul's sake, I'm almost hoping that this is fake. Because technically, if Erika does a divorce and sues him, she can take 50% of all of his assets that he's earned while they've been together, which is a fuck ton of money. So let's just say, if this marriage is real, I'm gonna guarantee you that Erika is gonna tear Jake a new asshole in court. It'll probably be one of the most famous court cases of all time. That's gonna be the most painfully annoying, sad truth about it. So from my point of view, Erika's 20% for Jake's marriage might actually not be worth it for him. That's just my point of view, and that's only if it's a real marriage. So all we can do right now is just kind of sit and wait for it all to pan out. But until then, I'll see you guys in the next video. If you guys enjoyed the video, it would be awesome if you guys dropped a like down below. Can we hit 3,000 likes? It would mean a lot for the channel. And also, if you're new here, it would be awesome if you subscribed. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.
I ain't gonna say that we back or nothing, cause that implies that we're back from something. If we're back from something, it's some checks you owe us. I expect that payment, nothing less or over. I don't need them favors that you asked me for. I could give 2 fucks about where the Grammys go. I just gave out Grammys on my Instagram. Them OVO boys, the business, man.